Hey there, welcome to another edition of Real or Rumor.
Hi everyone.
We were just talking about taxes.
Yeah, taxes.
Yeah.
We are in April, so I guess that's
Pretty
kind of what you
certain
talk
that
about.
tax day comes around every year.
Did you get your
this time.
taxes all done in time? Did you make it happen?
Yeah, you know, I did it for at the last minute like I do every year because we pay.
Yeah.
So I'm never in a huge rush to write those checks. But
I'm not looking forward to those days because, you know, right now with the kids in the house,
I know.
we get those little bit of deductions. And so but then I have to remind myself, for instance, my mom, she didn't have kids anymore. And I don't think she had a house payment. Maybe she does. I don't know, Mom.
No mortgage,
But,
no kids.
You know how nice
The
that
dogs
sounds?
don't help us on taxes at all. So yeah,
Those boys.
I usually
But I hear you say that, and I'm like, oh, that sounds really nice, but I don't know. When it comes to tax time, you're like, maybe they aren't so bad.
We have to work. You know, we do have to think about it throughout the year because we know it's coming, and we know we've got to write those checks. So we plan and save for it throughout the year.
Yeah.
And it's not so bad. But I still kind of wait until the last week and
Sure.
Oh, I guess I better do this.
Now, are you one of the at the post office admit? Are you really?
Oh yeah. Yep, I am.
You're in line with all the other people.
I wasn't
going,
when I got a refund, but now that we're paying, for sure.
Love it.
Well, but yeah, they're done.
Yeah. Well, hopefully everybody's
year
got
behind
their
us.
taxes done. We don't need the Uncle Sam or whoever coming and talking to us. So
got to keep them at
anyway,
bay.
do our part, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have an update. Kind of an update today. Rumor.
Topic we've covered before.
We have covered it, but the rumor's still kind of floating around a little bit. And part of that, I think, is just folks don't know where things are at now.
Okay.
I mean, there was some warnings and everybody was kind of waiting, and we're still kind of waiting, but wanted to give an update. So,
okay, enough of this.
all of that being
Enough
said,
of that. Tell the people what we're updating them on.
Okay, all right. So here's the rumor. The emerald ash borer, you remember that little guy, has arrived in Greeley.
Well, what is the emerald ash borer, you might ask,
that's
right?
Yeah, well, for those who may not know.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the emerald ash borer is a type of beetle that develops under the bark of ash trees.
Right.
And I do kind of find it hard to believe if anybody hasn't heard about it. Because I think there's been, like you said, a lot of questions. And is it here and that sort of stuff. The natural range for this borer is eastern Russia, northern China, Japan, and Korea.
Right.
And before June of 2002, it had never been found in North America.
Oh, so really not that long ago.
Yeah.
But for some reason I thought it was even earlier than that. But
Yeah,
wow, just
2002.
2002. Okay, all right.
It's very likely that they came here in ash wood that was used for stabilizing cargo ships or for packing or crating heavy consumer products.
Right.
So it's widely thought that that's likely how they came to North America.
They just were going on vacation. They hitched a ride on the boat.
Yeah, they
Here they
did.
are.
Ooh, and we're here. Yeah.
All right.
In North America, it has only been found so far in ash trees, and all species of ash appear to be susceptible.
So interesting.
Yeah, and despite the name, one of the things that we were talking about here is that the mountain ash are very different types of plants.
Right.
So even though they're called mountain ash, they're not an ash tree, and they're not going to be attacked by the emerald ash borer. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Well, that's good. Well, yeah, that's a little deceptive with the name.
It
but
is
that's
with
good
the
to
name.
know.
Right.
Those are okay.
Right.
All right.
The emerald ash borer is an extremely destructive insect of ash trees, including the kinds of ash that are widely planted in Colorado.
Unfortunately.
And I know from our MB2 meetings, you know, it's always been so interesting to hear Shiloh talk about this.
Yeah.
You know, in the years when we were first talking about this after 2002, and they've just kept such a close eye on it.
Yeah, your tree and forestry folks are really watching this
and trying to stay ahead of it.
Because it's so impactful.
Well, so damaging. You know, it's so
Yeah.
damaging to trees, more so than any other insect that has previously been found in our state.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
And as populations of the insect increase in infested areas, it's very likely that it'll kill any unprotected trees.
Right. Okay.
Within a few years.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Very damaging.
So on to the update a little bit. Is the emerald ash borer here in
that's
Greeley?
right. There was a rumor question in there.
Surprise.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, I remember there being reports of them being in Colorado.
Right.
I do remember that. I remember Boulder being mentioned.
Right.
That I still have been kind of waiting on.
Okay,
what's going on
so no, it
no,
is a
okay.
rumor that it's in Greeley, but no, it's not.
Okay.
It was found in Boulder in the fall of 2013. Remember talking about this too.
Right.
It has not been found in the Greeley, Evans, or Windsor areas, and another plus, it hasn't moved outside of Boulder.
Which is so
interesting. It's so interesting to me. I'm not glad it's in Boulder, but I am glad that it's not gone any farther than that.
Right. Well, and I guess, kudos to Boulder. I were kind of talking a little bit before that. I remember that, their extension folks and forestry and everyone was trying to figure out how to protect the ash trees. And there's not a ton that you can do. But the City of Boulder and Boulder County, they really cracked down on making sure that the ash wood was not leaving the area, kind of quarantined. They quarantine the area.
Yes.
I think that probably was a big impact on that and keeping
props to them for doing that, and it's probably why still today it's not traveled anywhere. They've not traveled anywhere else.
Right. So in the meantime, should folks be treating their ash trees that they have here in Greeley?
Yeah, wouldn't you think that'd be a tempting thing to do?
Right.
But actually, no. It's recommended that that you not treat it. It sounds like it can be very costly to do that.
Okay.
Can be even damaging to your tree.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
And it sounds like it's something that once you do, you'd have to do every year maybe.
Right.
So for now, they're saying no. Don't do any pre-treatment.
Yeah.
And to determine if you have an ash tree.
Yeah, there's the big question. Is it an ash?
Yeah. Right.
No idea.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a good resource to help you find out whether what you have in your yard or your area are ash. And it's colorado.gov. And it looks like there's an ag plants and then an emerald ash borer specific site there that you can take a look at.
And I believe, actually I know, on the greeleyGov.com, the forestry page.
Is there a link?
They have some information there as well.
Good.
So, because I wasn't sure about whether my trees were ash or not.
Sure.
And
it's a good thing to check.
There's information there as well. So that's a good thing. Well, I'm glad that there's folks that are tremendous.
Yeah.
They love their trees and they want to make sure that we keep that green canopy and keep us cool, especially after we had that nice warm weather lately. And but yeah, those little boogers, those little emerald, they're bright and pretty, but they are super damaging. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that continues for Greeley area.
I hope so too.
They could stay in Boulder, right?
Well, yeah. Like I said, we're not happy about that, but
yeah.
Glad they're not getting anywhere else.
All right. Well, awesome. Well, thank you for the update, and hopefully others will appreciate that and take the opportunity to find out more if they need to, and we'll just kind of keep waiting and see what those bugs do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, again, if you'd like to watch other editions of Real or Rumor, you can catch us right here on GTV8 and also on that social media site. What's that called?
YouTube.
YouTube. That's it. All right. Well, until next time, I'm Amy Freeland.
I'm Cheryl Aragon.
We'll see you then.